Peace and love, kings, queens, and gods. You already know who it is. It's the Floating Yogi. This is Floating Yogi's Book Club, brought to you by UE, Urban Yogic Wellness and Education, where we are restructuring health and wellness in the community, one healthy habit at a time. And here's one of them. I'm glad you're here. If you want to be part of the discussion, if you want to be part of the discourse, the back and forth, and not, with the 30-second delay when we hear your stuff after we on to another topic, then I encourage you to be part of the growth gang. I encourage you to join a community that's about bettering themselves, about personal development. The link that has been dropped in uedc.com is where you can sign up, where you can find all the offerings, this book club, where you can find Midday Mind Right, where you can find the classes that are available, some of the workshops for purchase, and the other events and things that are going on within the community. And you can be a part of it. You can be part of that growth gang. Some of the people who help me be me, help me do what I do. We got my dude Payover. He's part of the crew, and daggone it, I'm trying to tell you. My guy my guy Tony, he's from a dimension where people are our greatest resource, and that's exactly what he is. Payover Universe, a fantastic resource, and I encourage you to check him out with the daily accountability on the UEDC. If you need just a moment, maybe you're stuck and stagnant and you just want to have somebody there to reach out to be like, yo, I'm not feeling the greatest. I guarantee you he got something funny. He probably got a moment to breathe. He probably got some prayer, and he probably got one recorded he could send you to. So, with that being said, I would also like to thank Lifeform. They got some fire mats, yo. I'm just trying to tell you, it is what it is. Welcome. Come on in, invite a friend. Matter of fact, invite about 10, because I'm about to do that. I know I said that, man. I like to thank Lifeform. They got some fire mats, great slip-resistant mats where you can learn those on-mat lessons. You can bring them to these spaces. You can battle test your theories and your hypothesis and see how it works out. Just like we do on the mat. And we can start to integrate them into our daily life. Those healthy habits, one at a time, creating a better state of well-being. With that being said, when I invite some folk in, Payover, can you let them know about the daily accountability situation? What's that?
I certainly could do that, but I just have one question for you first.
Talk to me.
Does my mic sound better now than before I switched it to the headphone mic? Want me to switch it back? You can tell.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
All right, how that sound?
Better?
Okay, cool. So I'm using the computer mic, and I'm telling you all about Yogi. All right, so if you're already on IG anyway, which you probably are, make sure you head on over to the UE.dc, UYWE.dc on IG. On the story daily, you get the meditation accountability. Are you moving and meditating today, or are you bullshitting on your greatness? Real simple question. Did you move? Did you meditate? Did you take at least 1 minute to breathe? Because I started with 1 minute. I did 1 minute for 2 years. Then I was like, you know what? I should do more. So, some days I still can only get in that minute. But I really don't feel like I have an excuse to not be able to find a minute to breathe. I feel like not doing that would be doing my own self a disservice and an injustice. I imagine Jarrick probably feels that way if he doesn't get a good 10 or 15.
Yeah.
But, just click the poll. So, you moved and meditated, click the button, and then I'm going to shout you out the next day on the story. You get a tag, you get a reminder. It works out. Join the growth gang.
That's simple. Go to the UEIG. Yes, I moved, I meditated, I do care about my well-being enough to do something about it, to actually have an actionable routine. And let's put it into play and see how things turn out for us in the future. Give it a month, see what happens. I guarantee you'll find like another level of energy, calm, focus, and readiness, and expand it from there. So, we are reading the Tao Te Ching We may finish it up tonight. We may not. Either way, we're going to go through a little bit of it. We are on chapter 65, Profound Simplicity. Yeah, so let's vibe. In ancient times, rulers who followed the Tao did not puff up the people, but kept them simple-hearted. Clever people are difficult. We read this one. They're difficult to govern. And so governing people with cleverness is a mistake, while governing with simplicity is a blessing to all. Rulers who follow this become good models. This is governing in the spirit of the Tao. The effects of simplicity are profound indeed, deep and far-reaching. It is the very opposite of common governing, but it is the most effective way to rule. I support that. Give people some sense of individuality, because then they get why it happens, as opposed to them just being told that this is why you don't do that. Yeah, a little bit of critical thinking. That's one of the things I wish they did a little bit more in school. Welcome, 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 DMV now. We vibing, we reading the Tao Te Ching. Hopefully you've read some of this.
Who produces workers, not leaders or individual thinkers.
Run that again?
Although, I said school produces good workers. The education system in America was designed, I think, by like Ford or Lincoln or somebody to produce more workers.
Yeah, 1,000%. Yeah, sit down, be still, do what I say. You're going to be a fantastic employee. You're going to help make me more money. I strongly support these thoughts. Homeschooling. I'm working on it. Got 3 of them anyway. Gotta do something. Okay, lead from below. Rivers and sea rule the land by staying below it. Wise rulers, desiring to lead the people, humble themselves and stay below them. Wishing to help the people, they stay out of the way. Wise rulers live above without burdening the people. They guide without coercion. They do not quarrel with anyone, so no one quarrels with them. This is why the world rejoices and never tires of a wise ruler. Okay. I support these thoughts. That's just like a wolf. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the party. We in this jump. We vibing the Tao Te Ching. I like this one. It's similar because the just like a wolf. I be vibing with wolves. I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna have a dog. It's not a thing. No, I have child is enough. More than, and a dog. I don't need that. It's great. I'll pet somebody else's, but I'm going back to my house without my dog fur. So, with that being said, I vibe with them, but the wolves, they leave in the back so they can see everyone. So they're going to make sure that no one's going to nip at the weak, and that the weak are taken care of. So that reads. I didn't think about the sea leads from below because it's below the land. You know, that's interesting. Apparently we found like 3 or 5 times the Earth's water, like 700 miles below the Earth's surface or something. That was some interesting thing I was seeing. I was like, let me research this a little bit. 2 of the sources kind of confirmed it, but if you found anything about it, let me know. It's some interesting stuff. Compassion. The Tao is by nature immaterial, yet all the world calls it great. It is because the Tao does not put on appearances that it is great. When a person puts on a show trying to appear great, their mediocrity is soon exposed. Dog, this is speaking to today's time. The Tao has 3 treasures, which the wise guard and cherish. The first is compassion, the second is economy, and the third is humility. If you are compassionate, you can be truly courageous. If you're economical, you can be truly generous. If you are humble, you can be truly helpful. If you are brave but lack compassion, are generous but lack economy, and try to help others but lack humility, you've lost the way. Compassion leads to victory in battle and safety in defense. Fortune blesses the compassionate. I like that. Fortune blesses the
compassionate. Mine was really similar. Like, you used compassion the same amount yours did, to be honest.
Any large differences other than like small semantics?
No, like mine ends with, if one fights with compassion, then victory. With defense, then security. Heaven shall save them, and with compassion, guard them. Like I said, it was literally like compassion.
Compassion. Be compassionate.
Let's look up compassion, Let's see what. That's one of the things I'm good for.
While you do that, I like it when it says it puts on, when a person puts on a show trying to appear great, their mediocrity is soon exposed. That is absolute facts, yo.
You said that was applicable today, but that's one of the first ancient teachings, yo. Like, it's even in the Bible about how a fool talketh much, but the wise stay silent.
Yeah, there was some more of them type things in here. Yeah.
My personal quote, because honestly, I don't vibe with those two, because like, if you have a bunch of wise people in a room, they can still have a conversation, a lively conversation and whatnot. But my thing that I remember that helps me to stay quiet is, if you are human, then you're fallible. And if you're fallible, then the more you talk, the more you are wrong. And that is an undeniable fact and truth that helps me to shut up sometimes. Because I'm like, did I make my point? I'm going to be wrong again, or I will be wrong eventually. I can shut up now.
Or I'm going to lead you away from the point I'm actually trying to make, from the extra words. Yeah, I've been in that boat.
Exactly. So my Tony Thought personal mantra is, the more you talk, the more you are wrong. Undeniable truth, fact, universal law.
In the Pilgrim universe. Your camera froze, by the way.
Yeah, video's loaded.
Fair enough. Wanted to let you know. Alright, we on 68. Oh, 68. Bring out the best. I like that. Alright. Come on now, growth gang. The best warrior is not warlike. The best fighter is not frenzied. The best conqueror is not quarrelsome. The best ruler is not unruly. Bring out the best in yourself, and you will bring out the best in others. This is following the Tao. Since ancient days, it is the way of virtue. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look in the mirror and make the change. Ooh, I like 69. Know your weakness. That's why I like it. It's a good title for it. Alright, let's see.
I had something about compassion before, real quick.
Yeah, run it.
It's something Sadhguru says that passion is more inclusive. Like, it's like all encompassing. Like, whereas passion is more of an exclusive process. So like, if two people are passionate, passion.
Oh, passion. Okay. Oh, okay. Passion and compassion.
So like, if you're passionate, the world can like disappear.
Yeah. Facts.
Into your passion.
Yeah.
Whereas compassion is more all-inclusive.
It's about the feelings of others. One's about like the intensity of the feeling, and the other is like the intensity of.
And so passion can like burn up. It's not like self-sustaining.
Yeah. What up, Ariel? Welcome. I like that. Ooh, thank you for bringing that. I don't know if you caught it, Tony. He said, Dale said, passion is exclusive, and compassion is inclusive. Passion is fiery, and that's where you can burn up. I was like, okay, I like it. I like that was a little added. Hey, what up, Ariel?
I like it and it makes sense. Like, you can be a passionate group or a passionate individual, but you need somebody else in order to be compassionate. Like, if you are on a desert island with yourself, you have nothing to show compassion to. I mean,
The island,
you know?
the island
Or the
that's
other
keeping you out
animals.
of the water.
Huh?
The island that's keeping you out of the water. Whatever food that you may be consuming from the island, you have a lot to be compassionate with and appreciative for.
But it's still outside of you.
Yeah.
It's still another thing, you know, another body.
You can show compassion to your own body. However, I like this because it's kind of like twisting things. You can show compassion to your own body, but to do that, you kind of got to shift your perspective and talk to your body as if you are not your body. Which, you know, we know we're not our bodies, but in this 3D, 4D world, we have to use something to experience it, right? It is what it is. Ooh.
Only way.
Oh, if you want to be part of the Growth Gang, want to be part of the discourse, the dialogue, I encourage you to sign up on the website, uedc.com. Everything is offering is free 99. Same with the virtual meditation on Thursdays at 12. And there's also a free morning class that's going to be coming back that's available as well, virtual. So you can be part of the Growth Gang. You have something for the mind, something for the body, something for our energies. It's about creating sustainable habits that can get us to a better state of well-being. So, yeah, you see that link at the bottom? Go and check that, sign up, and then let's get chatting. Let's hear your voice. Let's hear the vibration you created. All right. Know your weakness. A great military general once said, "I dare not invite conflict as a host, but always act as a guest. I hesitate to advance an inch, and I'm quick to withdraw a foot. This is advancing by not advancing. It is winning without weapons. It is charging without rage. It is seizing without force. There is no mistake greater than making light of an enemy. Through overconfidence, we make ourselves vulnerable. When well-matched armies come to conflict, the one that is aware of its own weakness conquers." Yeah, I support these thoughts. Overconfidence that happens often. I see it when I'm shooting pool, and same with underestimating the opponent. I've had that happen, and I'm gonna sit there, shake everybody's hand, and give them the respect, and not trash talk, because it's been too many times when I open my mouth to trash talk, and I got my ass bust. I ain't trying to have that happen. And then I just sit there we good.
So my last line brought back compassion. Our second to last line is the same. So when evenly matched armies meet, the side that is compassionate shall win.
Very different.
What does yours say again?
When well-matched armies come to conflict, the one that is aware of its own weakness conquers.
So being compassionate is partially being aware of your own weakness, or can be translated similarly.
Uh-oh, Dale's laughing. Oh, I'm not sure. That sounds, it sounds
Oh, sorry, I
interesting.
thought on mute.
Blast. I was trying to draw him in and jump. Little Scorpio jump.
I'm back though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe. If anyone got something, please drop it in the cheesy. Do you think that compassion, is there a way that compassion brings in
I feel
the
like
compassion?
is
Hold
a
on,
vulnerability.
let me rephrase the question. Do you feel like compassion makes you aware of your weaknesses? Do you feel like compassion makes you aware of others' weaknesses?
I feel like compassion has to be you see yourself in the other.
Empathy.
It's like So if you're like, if you're not vulnerable of like, oh, this person is an asshole, but maybe it's reminding me of those elements in myself that I don't know, some like so, or like if you can't see yourself as capable of doing that kind of thing, then like then you can really justify killing someone because you can't see yourself in that person or something.
Nah, I like what you said. Hey, welcome Dave, welcome Nod. Grow, can't keep growing.
I downloaded this new version and I don't know how to raise my hand anymore. Oh, there we go. I found it.
You were talking about compassion and essentially using compassion as a mirror to see yourself in another person, and from seeing yourself in another person, you can become aware of your weaknesses or your shortcomings or some of the things that irk you that you want to work on. It don't have to be a weakness.
I googled it.
But I like that, Dale. I like where you was going with that. What'd you Google? What'd you come to?
It says, since empathy is a prerequisite for having compassion for ourselves and others, it's valuable to seek out the real reasons for a compassionate response.
It's valuable to seek out the real reasons for compassionate response.
But let's see what else. It says there's different ways. The AI says there are different ways of connecting with others. It can involve empathy, but it's not always necessary. Compassion is a conscious action that involves feeling for others, being mindful of their suffering, and taking action to improve their well-being. So AI says they're different, but MadeInAmerica.com says empathy is a prerequisite.
Fair enough. Eat the meat, spit out the bones. Number 70. Hidden treasure. I like this train of thought with compassion. I like where we're going with this, how it's coming up in different ways. I'm going to see how many more times compassion shows its face. 70. Hidden treasure. My words are easy to understand and easy to put into practice, yet no one in the world seems to understand them or put them into practice. Damn it, that seems like right now. Except for the growth gang. I see y'all. I see y'all doing these things. Words have an ancestor, a preceding idea. The deeds have a master, a preceding purpose. As ideas and purpose are often misunderstood, so I am misunderstood. My words are precious beyond measure, but I am not one to flaunt my riches. The wise, yeah, I like that. The wise wear plain clothes and keep their gems out of sight. Yes, I support these thoughts. All the gems you have to pay attention. Right? You see what I mean? Or you have to memorize a sequence or something. Maybe it's a breathwork sequence, maybe it's, a movement sequence, maybe it's Ashtanga flow, maybe it's Ashtanga sun and moon, who knows, I'm just saying. But yeah, growth game's growing. That's all I got. Y'all got anything you want to add to that hidden treasure? I support that. Black turtleneck. No, black hoodie. We doing it the right way.
Oh yeah, you got it on the growth gang model right there.
Do you care enough about your well-being to move and meditate, or are you bullshitting on your greatness? Come on now. Yeah. All right. Not knowing. Not to know the things you ought to know is folly. To know that there are some things you cannot know is wisdom. The wise recognize the limits of their knowledge. The foolish think they know everything. Strongly support. Stamp. Stamp that. Yeah. Didn't think there'd be any rebukes of that. But I'm open to hear one if you have a legit one. 72. Room to breathe. Give me some space. Give me some elbow room. too foolish to recognize danger, disaster will surely come. Do not confine the people in tight quarters, or they will chafe against your rule. Give them room to breathe, so they will not become restless. The wise, while valuing themselves, do not overestimate themselves. They reject flattery and gain true merit. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm doing with Jones. I'm giving her a little room to breathe. I'm like, nah. I said this is when you go on to bed, but you know this is when you go on to bed. It might be 10 minutes later because you're going to give me some excuses, but I factored all that in. You going to bed. But I'm going to give you a little room to breathe. Just a little bit though. Courage and caution. Ooh, this is a good one. This is a good one. Hopefully it's a good one. I think it'll be good. Reckless courage leads to death. It's great already. Cautious courage leads to life. These two things, courage and caution, must be balanced. The right thing at one time is the wrong thing at another. This is why the wise approach everything with both caution and courage. The Tao does not fight, yet it conquers. It makes no demands, yet it receives. It issues no summons, but things come to it naturally. The Tao's reach is vast, indeed. It casts a wide net and loses nothing. Yeah, that's the struggle that we all got. Figuring out caution and courage. When should I step up and when should I be like, I'm gonna let that slide. Here's a kicker. Don't listen to your brain too much. But, well, that's a lie. Use your brain to listen to what your body's saying, your heart's saying. Because if you feel agitation, note the environment. Note how you're feeling. Maybe it's an indicator of this is time to be cautious. But just like I said, maybe it's an indicator that it's time to go. It depends on the feel, it depends on the vibe, it depends on the environment, it depends on yourself. We have to be aware of these different elements and then be able to, kind of assess the situation. What's the best move for us? Alright. Uh-oh, it's getting to that time. No. What up, melanated Martian? Okay, 74, sharp tools. What good is it to threaten people with death? If capital punishment was an effective deterrent, no one would dare commit a crime. When administering justice, be careful. The executioner is like a skilled carpenter at his trade. Do not try and take his place, for if you pick up the carpenter's sharp tools, you're liable to cut yourself. That one might have went over my head. Welcome, y'all.
I got something a little different. Not much.
Okay.
People do not fear death. How can they be threatened with death? If people are made to constantly fear death, then those who act unlawfully, I can capture and kill them. Who would dare? There exists a master executioner that kills. If we substitute for the master executioner to kill, it is like substituting for the great carpenter to cut. Those who substitute for the great carpenter to cut, it is rare that they do not hurt their own hands.
I like that one better. That reads. It tracks. Okay. Oppression. In today's society, we have to read this one. Black hoodies up.
They do.
Oppression. When taxes are excessive, the people starve. Well, indicative of said times. When officials are overbearing, the people rebel. When governments make life miserable, the people wish for death. I don't know about that last one. Oppressive measures never achieve their intended results. Yeah, for the most part they don't. Don't do too much. Especially in a position of power. Don't do too much. What did the other one say? Lead from below, lead from the back. Come on now. I like this.
Have you ever heard? Have you ever heard of the famous hunger strike? Here we go. The 1981 Irish hunger strike.
Nope.
Man, it was so bad that they made the prison deplorable. Let's just put it that way.
Okay. Hey, still riding with us. Okay, we got 76. We almost there. Y'all. We almost there. We might be able to finish it. We only got 81, so it's only 5 more. Okay, stay flexible. A living being is tender and flexible. A corpse is hard and stiff. It is the same with everything. Leaves and grass are tender and delicate, but when they die, they become rigid and dry. Those who are hard and inflexible belong to death's domain. But the gentle and flexible belong to life. As soon as a tree reaches its greatest height, it begins to die. The strongest soldiers are those who refuse to conquer. The strong stumble, and the mighty fall. The tender and weak rise above. I'm going to go with the tender, though. I'm going to go with the tender and the flexible. I don't know about the weak. Maybe the meek. The tender and meek. The power under control. I'm sure they rise above. I'm sure they rise above.
I don't know many babies who can beat me in an arm wrestle.
Yeah, I also don't know. I also, to be honest, don't know many super flexible babies. I'm just going to say that.
No, like babies are super flexible. No?
Their fascia moves, their muscles move, but their bones can move. There's a little bit more joint space, but is it safe? It don't feel like it with these two I got.
When I was coaching, my 3-year-olds couldn't all do the splits. Like it was easier to teach a 6 or 7-year-old to do the splits than it is a 3-4-year-old.
Yeah. That's about the age I was thinking, like 5, 6, 7. Yeah.
And 3-year-olds are about the walking age where they can start to try to stretch.
This is good info. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Gymnast teacher. Okay. All right. I want to finish these. I think we can finish the book. The uses of wealth. The Tao resembles the stretching of a bow. It humbles the mighty and exalts the It humbles the mighty and exalts the lowly. It takes from those who have much and gives from those in need. This is the Tao. It diminishes those who have the abundance and lavishes those who lack. The human way is just the opposite. Creators take from those who lack and give to those who already abound. Where are the wealthy who use their riches to serve the world? The wise earn much, but claim it's not for themselves. They accomplish much, but they are not attached to their accomplishments. They succeed abundantly, yet make no show of their success. I'm with that. Ain't gotta be the flash. I just want my comforts. Let me get the normal comforts. You know what I'm saying? I got my black hoodie, what? With the hoodies up. Whoop. I gotta put it down.
I think we've had a few chapters about this already.
Ooh, 78. Paradoxical truths. Nothing is gentler than water, yet nothing can withstand its force. Likewise, nothing compares to the Tao. By the weak defeat the strong. By it, the weak defeat the strong, and the flexible conquer the rigid. Everyone knows this is true, but how few put it into practice. Monks and priests are often the worst sinners. Police officers and lawmakers are often the worst criminals. Truth is often paradoxical. I agree. Those in the government need the most governing. Not the people. Avoid lawsuits. This is always a good one. Wherever there is a legal dispute between two parties, even after it is resolved, bitterness remains. How can this be avoided? It is virtuous to keep one's obligations, but the wise go beyond this. They do not insist on their rights, but forgive their debts of those who owe them. They know the Tao will reward them for staying out of court. I'll keep that in mind.
My last 2 lines. The heavenly Tao has no favorites. It consistently gives to the kind of people.
Real. This is court specific. Yeah, okay. And that's like, yeah. Alright. Happy at home. Ooh, that's like my favorite place in the world. Happy at home. In a small country with few people, government is still necessary. But let it be very limited. The people should be kept safe and content. Then, though there are carriages and ships, the people will not want to leave their country. And though there are shields and swords, there will be no reason to use them. Then people will freely practice their trades, delight in their cuisines, and be content in their clothes, take pride in their homes, and rejoice in their holidays. Neighboring countries may be so near that their dog can be heard barking at night, but your people will be so content that they will grow old and die without ever wanting to leave home. I'd just be happy at home. So, I like that one. And it goes to tell you something about how to build a house and a country, an organization, how to lead a group of people, give them everything that they're going to need for the most part, so they're content, not give them everything. They should be kept safe and content, and from that, they produce the things that they want. It's just not a give, because they'll be happy and they'll practice their trades freely. But just, 81, true words. True words are often unpleasant. Pleasant words are often untrue. Those who know the truth do not argue about it. Those who argue do not know the truth. Scholars are seldom the wisest people. The wise are seldom scholars. Those who steal from others impoverish themselves. Those who give to others become rich. Those who fight do not win. Those who win do not fight. This is the way of the Tao. Boom, boom, boom. Dramatic effect. That was the last one. We finished, y'all. The Tao Te Ching. We finished that thing.
Tao Te Ching is complete.
I'm with it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, yo. I'm excited about the next book. Where is it? It is it's called How Yoga Works. We're gonna read it next week. We can get into it. Next week is June. No, we're in June already. Yeah, whatever. We're here. Yeah, we'll read it next week. Yeah, I'll start reading it next week. We get into a little bit of it. But it's an interesting book. It takes a lot of the Yoga Sutras and puts them into a story format about this girl who's traveling across India, and she's crossing lines. They see that she has this book that has Sanskrit language in it, which is like an ancient language. They're not able to read it, but they're like, why you got this book? Girl, you're under arrest. You stole it. And then they imprison her. So she finally talks to the captain of the jail, and he was like, well, for you, you have to prove that this book is yours. You said this book is a yoga book. You have to teach me yoga. I've heard of it. I've heard of what it does. My back hurts. Fix me yoga. Prove that the book is yours. And you are in your freedom. So that's the story. So through the story, you get like the dynamics of the teacher, you get the dynamics of the student, you get some of the questions and things that come up, and it's like, it's so interesting. And it's so interesting and so much of the process. I encourage you to tap in next week, 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. We're going to get it started. I say that now, but we might have to switch to a different time. We'll see. We'll see. But with that being said, social media, appreciate y'all. Glad y'all was here vibing with us. Growth gang. We got a few more moments. You already know how we do this thing. I encourage you to tap into uedc.com. Check out the services. Sign up for the different, whichever it is that you're looking to implement, whichever healthy habit you want to start with. Check out Lifeform for their fire, fantastic mats. Come join me at Sun and Moon Yoga in Arlington, Monday through Friday, 6:30 to 9 a.m. Come vibe with me at Flow Yoga Center Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 to 12 for the physical practice of the program as well. And don't forget about the daily accountability, the growth game on UEDC IG. Make sure you tap into that as well. Check out the partners, the sponsors, the people that help me be me, help me do what I do. Come on, y'all. You know